Hello and welcome back to another vinyl collection video. This is number 4, and this is actually the end, I guess you could say, of season 1, so to speak, because we're going to be switching it up a little bit. As you can see here on the wall now, they're different. These are the 9 what do you call it? Albums, vinyls of the first season, the first 3 episodes. That's those 9 on the wall. I don't know how long they're going to be there, but they're there for this at least. And my tripod is still broken, so we're using that little tripod on top of the other tripod. So it's a bit wonky, but let's get into what we got today. This is so bad. We're going to do 5, possibly 6, I don't know, we'll see. And then however many we end up doing today is going to be how many we'll do for the rest of the year or season of Vinyl Collections. It's still too high. Oh, too low. So depending on how long it takes, we'll do either 5 or 6, but most likely 5, I would say. But let's jump in. I'm all right here. But let's move them down here so I could get them in a different order. Let's start. I don't know what to start with. So we have 2 soundtracks technically, and then we have 3 other albums. We'll start with these 2, not at the same time, but back to back. So we'll start with this one first. These 2 I'm pairing together because I was gonna say it's my first solo or my first concert, but I don't think it definitely wasn't, and I don't think it was my first solo concert either. But I went to see Last Dinosaurs, and Vacations was like the, I don't know, co-headliner, I guess. They both performed like an hour, about, and then there was an opener, so I guess they were co-headliners. I don't know. I think that's how it works for tours. If both of the artists are going to every show, you know, and performing a full set, then it's co-headlining, I think. Anyways, it was these 2 bands. But they actually didn't perform these albums. These albums both came out after that show, but it was both of these groups. And it was a really cool concert. I liked it. It was fun. But I don't know. Was it my first solo concert? I don't think so. I don't believe so. I'm trying to think. October. No. I think October was my first. I don't actually remember when this one was. November. I think it was like my second or third solo concert. I don't remember. But anyways. This is No Place Like Home by Vacations. No Place Like Home by Vacations. I like this album. It's a nice album. I don't like the way the light has the shadow right there. But anyways, this is a good album. I like it. It's nice. It's fun. It's chill. Like guess you could say. I think they played a single or two from this album. Like this one was a single. 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 This one, I don't actually remember which ones were singles. A lot of them though, but I think they performed a couple songs from this album at the concert. But again, I'm not very good at describing genres and stuff, so I don't know what you'd call this, like indie, rock. I don't think it's rock. I don't know what you'd call it. Pop, rock. I don't know, man. Maybe that could be another thing I do for this second season of Vinyl Collection, is I actually look up stuff to be able to say. But maybe in the next one. Maybe in the next one. And here we got all the tracks and their lyrics. And then this is just like a little note and some, what do you call those? Like where you're thanking people. Acknowledgements, I think. That's what you call them. And then like credits. Yeah, like credits. And some photos of stuff. I don't know. But yeah, it's cool. It's nice. I like it. It's a good album. It's a good album. Yeah, I don't think you'd call it rock. But I don't know what you would call it. To be honest. Like folk. No. But it's like closer to folk than pop, I would say. I don't know what you call it, like indie, alternative. I don't know, man. I don't know. But this is probably top 3 vinyls for me. I think this thing is sick. It looks like a beach. You like the sand in the middle, and then the white water, and then the regular ocean water. It looks sick. It's cool. It's cool. Why does my face look so red? I think it's like correcting the blue. Why is it so orange? I don't know, man. I'm still getting used to how this camera works. It's slightly different than my old one. I don't know that I like all the little things that it does. But we'll figure it out as time goes on. Imagine, just drop it. But yeah, there's not very much to say about this one. Not because it's bad or anything. I just don't remember it very much. I listened to it probably beginning of the year. Or not beginning, when did it come out? I guess it might came out in January or February or something. I think I listened to it like once or twice fully in that first part of the year, so I don't really remember it that much, but it's good. I like it. I think Midwest is probably my favorite off of this, though I don't remember the songs very much. But I think it's that one. I guess I could read the lyrics and maybe I'll remember what it looks like. Yeah, no, it's not helping me remember at all. I think Next Exit, Midwest, and Lost in Translation, and Terms and Conditions, and No Place Like Home, and Off Season Quarters. Yeah, it's pretty much all of them. I like all of them, but I think Midwest, if I remember correctly, was my favorite, or at least one of my favorites. But pretty good album, I would say. I don't know what I would would say. I was gonna say like a rating, but I don't know, to be honest. Maybe a 7. Or maybe a 7 out of 10. So I think we're gonna do like, I'll do like actual preparation, and I'll look up like genres, and I'll listen to the album and think of what my favorite song is, and then give the album a rating, and then talk a bit more about the actual music. But that'll be in the upcoming episodes, iterations this year in season 2. Not in this one. I'll do my best, but I don't remember. But it's like it's soft, I would say. Like it does have guitar and drums, and it does get energetic, I guess you could say. But it's relatively soft and chill. The album. So if you like that music, maybe you can check it out. But that is the first one. And the second one is going to be The Last Dinosaurs album, which I don't think any of these songs were played at that concert, even though I'm pretty sure at least 1 or 2 was out at the time. Maybe 1. I don't know. But this is Kyoryu. I feel like I talked about this, but I watched back the other 3 vinyl collections, and I didn't show it, so maybe I just talked about it at some point. I don't know. But Kyoryu. By Last Dinosaurs. Damn. Look at that. That's pretty. It's cool. Look at the flowers. Flowers at the bottom. And it has like the glow effect to the letters. And I'm doing a horrible job at tracing them. That was easy. Too. But yeah, I don't know what is like happening with this album. Not to say it's like weird or bad or anything, but I think it's like, yeah, there's like a story, so to speak, and I didn't pay attention to it, so I don't know. It's something about space in the future. That's all I know. They're like doing something in the future, and there's like a, would you call it a space shuttle? I feel like it's different, but I don't know. It's something. Maybe a satellite. I don't know. But yeah, it's something. Something. I don't know if it's like a concept album per se, but there is a concept behind the album. If that makes sense. Because concept albums have like an intertwining story or like theme even through all of the songs, and I don't know if this is that or it just has like a narrative branding to it, if that makes sense. I don't know. But Last Dinosaur is probably one of my favorite groups at the moment. It has been for a couple of years, which I actually found out about them because my brother just randomly told me to listen to them when I lived with him. Not like I didn't live with him for a while. We were raised together in the same house, but I mean, lived with him recently because he moved out. He just randomly told me to listen to them, and now they're like one of my favorites, and I've seen them in concert, and I'm going to see them again in March. I don't think he likes concerts very much though, but if he's here, maybe we'll go, but probably not. But yeah, this album is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think it's my favorite Last Dinosaurs album, but that's not because it's bad, it's just because their albums are really good. They're old albums. Not that this one isn't really good. It is good. I like it a lot. But like, in a million years, you may know garden, wellness. Those are all really good albums. And then even like From Mexico with Love is a pretty good album too. Though I think I like this one better than that one. And those are all the albums I can think of. I think they might have one or two more. Can't remember. But those are the ones that I've listened to at least, I think. But yeah, it's a pretty good album. Here's the track list with all the songs. Keys to Civic, MPD, Self-Serving Human Being, Paranoid Paradise, 14 Occasions, Elton, Slow, Yin and Yang, Afterlife, Walking on Ice. I think Walking on Ice, Keys to Civic, and MPD were the singles. Unless there was another one, I don't remember. Self-Serving Human Being, I think, is the one they use a lot in their like marketing stuff. And I think it's cool, but I don't think it's my favorite song. I don't know what is my favorite song. One, because I can't remember them very clearly. And two, because I think, no, not like a diss, but they sound similar-ish to each other. But I think that just means they have more of a theme. Not that they're reductive. But this is just very lint heavy. Just a simple plain black vinyl. I don't think that's because they don't have other ones. I'm sure they do. Almost every single vinyl release does, I feel like, at least of slightly larger artists. Not that they're very big artists, but they're not that small. I just think I bought it very early when they just released the album. I was like, oh, give me one of those. And they didn't release the other one yet. So I just got plain. That's fine. It doesn't really matter. But I do like ones that have designs on them. But I would say, I think Keys to Your Civic is pretty good. I think Self-Serving Human Being is pretty good. I think Afterlife is pretty good. Not From Here, I think, is like an instrumental, if I'm not mistaken. Though I might be. And that one's cool. I like the vibe. There is definitely a vibe to the album. If there isn't like a narrative-driven story throughout the songs, there is at least a vibe throughout the songs. And it's a pretty cool vibe. It's very like, what do you call it? Like nostalgia, I guess. But it's not like nostalgia like oldies. I think it's made to feel nostalgic of like today. If that makes sense. Because it's supposed to be like in the future, but they're playing old songs which are like maybe 5 years ago or something, you know, like similar to how the style is now, but it's supposed to have a nostalgic feel to it at the same time, if that makes sense. And I think they managed to do a pretty decent job of that, but it more so feels nostalgic of their music rather than music as a whole, if that makes sense. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but pretty good album. I would give it probably 7.5. I don't know that I want to give it an 8, but I also think it's better than the Vacations album. So 7.5, we'll say. 7.5 for Quixote by Last Dinosaurs. Okay, now we have 3 more, 2 soundtracks and 1 goated album. So let's save the goated album. Maybe not for last, because then it'd be 2 back-to-back soundtracks. But we'll do a soundtrack, then that album, then the other soundtrack. And we'll start with this soundtrack, which isn't technically a soundtrack per se, but it is soundtracks. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain in that sense, or it's hard to explain in that sense without just saying what it is. So I'll just say what it is. This is the League of Legends World's Anthem, Volume 1. So from 2014 to 2023, the World's Anthems. I never realized that it was like, what do you call that? Like laminated? I don't know what that's called, but where it has like the shine to it. I knew they had shine here, like the holographic, but this, I didn't really realize I had that. But yeah, League of Legends World's Anthem, Volume 1, 2014-2023. And then here are all the songs on that. So it's Warriors by Imagine Dragons, Legends Never Die. Oh, that's the wrong order. Warriors by Imagine Dragons, 2014. Worlds Collide, Nikki Taylor, 2015. Ignite by Zed, 2016. Legends Never Die Against the Current, 2017. Rise, Mako, The Glitch Mob, and World Alive, 2018. Phoenix, Kaylin Russo, and Chrissy Costanza, 2019. Takeover, Max, Jeremy McKinnon, and Henry, 2020. Did I say 2020 already? I don't know. 2021, Burn It All Down by Paris, I think is how you pronounce it. Like the PVRIS. But I think it's pronounced Paris. I don't know. And 2022, Star Walk and Lil Nas X. And 2023, Gods by New Jeans. I think the League of Legends music, like all of their music, even like some of the Arcane music, has a certain vibe. Like you could hear a song and be like, oh, that's like League of Legends music type thing. Especially Enemy by Imagine Dragons is very League of Legends core. And I think it's mid. I think JID's part on I forgot the name. Enemy is good. It's also very short. And I think Imagine Dragons just has a very particular vibe. I guess you could say. I think if you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. And it's not the nicest thing to say, but it's the way I feel, and I imagine it's the way a lot of people feel about about Imagine Dragons music. And Warriors is exactly that, which is why it's probably my least favorite song off of all these. Just because it feels the most League of Legends core, if that makes sense. Which isn't a bad thing because I bought the vinyl, but you know, it doesn't stray much from the formula, I guess you can say. Though I technically started the formula, but maybe that's why it is bad. It's not bad. It's not a horrible song. It's just not very good. So I think I would say that one is my least favorite. Here is like credits and stuff for all the songs. There's no way to hold this easily. Boom. Can't read it. There you go. But yeah, I would say let's just do this. I would say there's no good way to do this. Warriors is probably my least favorite. Then I think it goes, I don't know. I like Lil Nas X. I like his music. I think that song is mid. I think it's probably bottom 5 songs that I've heard from Lil Nas X, besides like Old Town Road. It's not particularly bad or anything. It's just not very interesting. And not much happens in the song, I guess you could say. So I think it'd go Warriors, then Star Walkin'. I don't really remember this one. Nor this one. But I think I remember liking this one. I just don't remember it that much. The New Jeans song. So I think you'd go Warriors. This is reverse order. So Warriors, Star Walking, Phoenix, just because I don't remember it. Then I think Ignite, just because it feels very average, I guess you can say. Not average in the sense of it's an average song, but average in the sense of it being a league anthem and it being a Zed song. It feels very much like, yeah, it is both of those things, which like is to be expected. You know what I mean? It is a League of Legends song and it is a Zed song, so it makes sense that it feels like that. But it just doesn't really do anything new or interesting. I would say it's not bad. It's not a bad song. It's just average, So it's like middle of the road. And then after that one, I think I would say Burn It All Down. Did I already say Worlds Collide? I already forgot. Warriors, Star Walking, Phoenix. And then I think I said Worlds Collide. No, I think I said Ignite. Then Worlds Collide. Then Burn It All Down. And then that leaves 4. Takeover, Legends Never Die, Rise, and Gods. I think I only really like Rise and Legends Never Die because of like nostalgia. Not that I ever played League or watched it, but I listened to the songs. I don't even think it was like when they came out. I think it was just like 5 years ago or something. Which I guess isn't that far from when they came out. But I don't know if they're that good. I just feel nostalgic for them. So I think for that reason, Legend Never Dies 4th. I think Takeover is 3rd. And then I think, well, I don't know. Because like I like Rise. Like I said, it's nostalgic. That's probably the one I've heard the most. But I don't know that it's that good. For a League anthem, I think it's phenomenal. For a song, I think it's decent. So because of that, it's 3rd place. No, I think it's 2nd. I think Takeover is 3rd. Rise is 2nd. I think God's is the best, which is crazy because I just said I don't remember it that much. But there you go. I don't know, man. I'm like rethinking the whole list in my head because I don't know. I just rated them based on my music tastes, not based on which one's the best anthem. Because if that were the case, I think Rise would have to be 1st. Then maybe Legends Never Die and Worlds Collide. I don't know. But yeah, man. Oh, this one has design. I haven't looked at this vinyl in forever. I think I listened to it once, and then it's just been in the thing the whole time. I don't know that it's a very pretty design. It looks like throw up splattered on it, but it's a design. I like the blue. It's a nice blue, but the green is just, it looks yellow because of the blue. Or maybe it is yellow and it looks green because of the blue. But either way, it looks green. Like a yellow green. Which is like very similar to throw up in the way that it's sort of spread around the vinyl. Looks like it just impacted in the middle, and which isn't the most appealing look. Looks like I spilled a smoothie on it or something. But it's not the worst. Which I guess is, I don't know what I was going to say. I guess it's telling of the songs. I don't know, man. I do like League of Legends music, but in a very particular way. I think in a similar way to how people like reality TV. I think 90% of reality TV watchers know that it's like trash TV for the most part. You know, particular reality TV. Like some of them is actually pretty good. But you know, most of it is just like trash TV. And I think the people that watch it know that, but they still like it. And I think that's similar with me and League of Legends music. Except for Arcane. Arcane is just good music for the most part. Enemy, debatable. Very, very debatable. But for other songs, which I can't remember the names of, the main thing I can remember is the scenes, but because it's not that old, I would rather not do that. Plus it takes up more time than I'm willing to use. But maybe in the future we could do like a video where I talk about, or maybe a series where I talk about some of my favorite media. And maybe we could talk about Arcane. So I don't know if you're down for that. Then maybe I'll do that in the future. Next year. But that's pretty soon. That's like in a month. The next final is maybe a top 10. I don't know if it's top 10. But it's like top. You know, it's like peak. Oh, I didn't rate that one. Well, that one's hard to rate because it's not technically an album, nor is it technically a soundtrack. It's a compilation of anthems used to promote worlds. Like, what are anthems for? I think they come out during the season, so it's not to promote the season, I don't think. I think it's usually like to promote worlds, like it's used in worlds marketing material. It's like the anthem. Oh yeah, they're literally called world anthems. What am I talking about? Yeah, they're anthems for the world's tournament. The League of Legends Worlds Tournament. So I don't know how I would rate them. Or rate the album in terms of what? Like, hype? I don't know. I guess. 7 out of 10. Sure. Sure. Then we go into this album. No. This literally just happened and I'm mad about it now. Because it is one of my favorite albums. I would say. Top 25, I would say. Easily. It's a classic. Very good album by a very good artist. I don't mean classic in terms of like TCL classics type thing, but like it's really good. It's a staple, I guess you could say. Like, it's one of those things where if you haven't heard it, you have to listen to it, which there are a lot of, but it's one of them. But no, I was just showing because of this literally just happened. I took them all out of this thing and off the wall so I could put those ones up, and I leaned it against my computer. For some reason, I have these panes of glass just sitting there on the side because a frame broke, and so I took them out, and I was maybe like, oh, use for ASMR, like the painting on the camera thing, all that jazz. But it's like, here's the corner. Here's the corner of my computer. What to say? It's like that. And I was laying the vinyls like this, you know, leaning them against the computer. But then the glass piece is like this. And so I lay them and then go to slide them, and it just on the corner of the glass. And it rips through the little sleeve. Wrong side. Rips through the sleeve. And leaves a mark on the back of the vinyl. Or not the vinyl itself, but the cover. What do you call them? I don't know. But yeah, now it's marked, and I'm sad. But this is Control by SZA. This is a very, very good album. I think there are pretty much no bad songs on this album. And there are some of my favorite songs on this album. Because of that, it's a very good album. But now it has this big old white mark on it. Sad. There's the track list. We got Travis Scott, Kendrick Lamar, Isaiah Rashad. There's only 3. I don't know why I thought there was more features, but pretty good feature list, you know. But we got Supermodel, incredible song. Love Galore, not gonna lie, I don't remember that one that much. Doves in the Wind, very good song. Drew Barrymore, very good song. Prom, I don't know that I remember that one that much. The Weeknd, I don't know that I remember that one that much. It's a big album, and I think this is like deluxe, because I don't think the Travis Scott album or song is on the like original release. I don't know, but either way, there's a lot of songs, so I don't remember all of them. Go Gina, don't remember. Garden, Say It Like That. I think I remember that one. I don't know. Broken Clocks, Top Tier. Anything, don't remember. Wavy Interlude, I don't know. Plus it's an interlude. Oh, it's another feature, James Fauntleroy. But he's on the interlude, that's crazy. Normal Girl, very good song. Pretty Little Birds. That's not what they say was shot. I think I remember that one. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it's gotta be good. And then Something. I don't remember that one either. Anyways. Very good songs. Even though I don't remember, it doesn't mean that they're bad. It just means that I have horrible memory, which is true. And this is a double LP. Or is that what you call it? Double LP? I don't know. I think so, yeah. I don't know why. What does LP mean? I have no clue. But anyways. It's just green. A frosty. It's not frosty, actually. What am I saying? It's like a deep. It's like a forest green. Translucent forest green. With green and red. Whatever you call this thing. Little middle pieces. But yeah. It's also thick. I feel like. I don't know. Maybe it's not, but it seems heavy. So I think it's thick. But God. But yeah, it's a good album. If you haven't listened to it, you should listen to it. Especially if you've listened to SOS and you like that, then you should definitely go listen to Control. I think SOS is probably also top tier for me. That's also a really good album that I probably remember more, but probably not. But yeah, I think SZA is probably top 10 artists for me at the moment. And this is like, I would say her best album. I would say. SOS is really good and it's right there, but what is this? But I would say, this one's a little bit better. I think. I don't know. Hard to say. But really good album. Control by SZA. I would give it... I don't know if I'd give it a 10. 10 feels like a lot. But I mean, in that case, I don't think I would give anything a 10. Which makes 10 a redundant rating because it would never be given. And so I guess in that case, you just adjust the scale to where 10 is not a perfect album, but is like top tier album that exists. You know what I mean? Which would probably be like, I think a lot of the albums that came out this year have been incredible, especially in like the hip hop sphere. I haven't listened to all of them. There's still a lot more I gotta get to, which is crazy because it's the end of the year. But I think like, I don't know, it's hard to really give out a 10 just because it feels like the peak. But it's like, have we reached the peak? Maybe, probably not. I don't know. So it feels like 9.5 is 10, which in that case just make 10, or just make the 9.5 be a 10 and just give out a 10. You know what I mean? I don't know. But let's say that was the case. Let's say that's something I would give a 9.5. I'll just give it 10 because otherwise 10 will be redundant and not make sense. In that case, I think like it's just albums like Chromacopia, GNX. I forget the title, but the new Rhapsody album, like those would probably be 10s. And I think this would be a 10 as well. I think I'm still going to give it a 9.5. I think. Maybe if I re-listen to it again, I'd be like, okay, no, it's a 10. But at this moment of what I can remember, it feels like 9.5. But I don't know. I don't know. And I think then I'd give like In a Million Years by Last Dinosaur is also like a 9.5. And then like the new Khalid album be like a 9. I can't think of any other albums. That one Tame Impala album with the silver ball and all the waves, currents. Probably. Ooh. That one's probably a 10 actually for me. Thriller, 10. I can't really think of any other albums. But yeah. That's the scale. So I think that'd be a 9.5 for me. Which is pretty damn good. I think. Because I listen to a decent amount of music. And I almost always will listen to just albums straight through. And I feel like the average album that I listen to, I would give a 7. Because if I finish the album, that probably means I don't hate it. Because there are some albums that I started and then just gave up on. Those would probably be like 6 or 5. But I think every album that I've finished is probably around a 7. And I think the average is probably like a 7 or 7.5. But there are definitely some that go a lot higher than that. This one is kind of hard to rate because it's a soundtrack and one that I don't remember very well. Because, like most soundtracks, there's a lot of short songs. This is the BoJack Horseman original soundtrack. Music from the Netflix original series, BoJack Horseman. Pretty cool looking. Incredible show. If there's any shows that I would recommend, it would be Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, BoJack Horseman, Arcane. And I think that's all I can think of at the moment. I don't know. If you like animated shows, Arcane, BoJack Horseman. if you like long story shows, which I guess is every show, kind of, but like very narrative driven, not like episodic, and just long, a lot. If you like binging, Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, which technically are the other way around. Breaking Bad is, or Better Call Saul is first in the story, but it came out second. But I don't know. I think Breaking Bad is easier to get into because Better Call Saul is pretty slow, but it's also really good. But anyways, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about BoJack Horseman. This is a top tier show. It is very dark and depressing and sad and horrible, and you just love to hate BoJack Horseman because that's what he's made for. And I think in that case they do an incredible job of portraying that. And the music is also sick, but I don't remember that. I could like think of the music, but like I don't know what song I'm thinking of, you know, except for the theme. That one is pretty easy to recognize. But other than that, I can't like look at these titles and be like, oh, it's that song. Except for Kill That Fetus. Get That Fetus, Kill That Fetus. That one I remember just because it's very memorable. But like I said, it's a dark show, so it's a song about abortion, but in a weird way. Because I guess there's like a, I don't know if I should, spoiler warning. There's like a pop star dolphin, because they're all like animals, except for the people that aren't animals. There's a couple of people that aren't animals, but most of them are animals. And there's a dolphin that's like a pop star, or maybe a rapper. I don't really know. And she thinks she gets pregnant, and then it's like, oh, I don't think I want to have a kid. And then one of the main characters, I don't remember who. Oh my god, I can't even think of the characters' names. Of course, there's BoJack, and then there's Todd, which, would you look at that, is the same actor as Jesse Pinkman in Breaking Bad. So look at that. Quite the... I can't think of the word. Quite the accolades? No. Quite the... What do you call that? Like your history type thing. The record? No. I don't know. Whatever. You get what I mean. But yeah, she thinks she gets pregnant and she wants to have an abortion, and then she wants to spread the sentiment that abortion is okay by making a rap song called Get That Fetus, Kill That Fetus, which is crazy. But the show is crazy. It is crazy. Oh, back in the 90s, I remember. That's made by Group Love? I didn't even know that. I like Group Love. That makes sense why I like that song. I think those are the only ones I remember. There's a song called Baby Seahorse and Convenience Store. That's crazy. Sea of Dreams, I think I remember too, just because that's a very entwined with the finale, which is very memorable. But yeah, that's the track list. Look at that. There's a lot of songs, and they're all like a minute or something like that. It's a long track list, but it's just one. Again, whoa, I don't remember this looking like this. I haven't looked at this one in a while. Again with the green. It's weird. Oh, it's not that visible on camera though, except for like here in the middle. I like the purple. The green looks a little weird. Well, it's not bad. But that's pretty cool. It's just a clear vinyl with green and purple. I don't know what you call that. Accent splatters. I don't know. But yeah, look at that. Look how short these songs are. That's how many songs are on track or on side A. That's so many songs. I feel like usually the sides are like 15 minutes, give or take. And there's 15 songs. So yeah, they're all like a minute, I would imagine. And this side has 10 songs. Side 1 has 10 songs. Side 2 has 15 songs. So those are probably pretty short songs. But yeah, good album. Good show. Yeah. Again, another recommendation by my older brother was the show. And I think I didn't even want to watch the show just because it was so long. It's not that long. But I don't remember what it was. I think I wanted him to watch something else. And he wanted me to watch this, so I watched this. And then he was supposed to watch something else. I don't know that he did. Probably. But I don't even remember what that was now. It was Schitt's Creek. I don't think he's seen it. I mean, he saw like the first couple episodes, but I don't think he finished it. Schitt's Creek is also top tier show. If you like comedy shows, like if you like Always Sunny or Community, Parks and Rec, stuff like that, Schitt's Creek is also really good. But I would say it's more, though, don't quote me on this because I haven't watched any of those shows all the way through. I just know of them and I've seen clips and stuff. It's seemingly, through my experience, more narrative driven. That might be cap. The other ones might have a lot of narrative story and depth. But to my knowledge, not much. And Schitt's Creek has a lot. Maybe not so as much in the first season, but there's a lot. It's a very, very good show. Does a lot of things, and I like it a lot. It's very funny, and in the end, it made me cry multiple times. So, I would say, only good media can make you cry. I don't think if it's bad but it's sad that I would cry at least. Not to say if I don't cry it's not bad or not good. Sometimes I just don't cry. But like Iron Claw, Schitt's Creek, Blue Bayou, Arcane, I can't think of any other ones that made me cry. But those all did, and those are all very good shows and movies that I like a lot. But there are other things that I've seen that are, Last of Us 2 made me cry. Not 2, but The Last of Us as well. Somebody's here. Maybe it's my deodorant. I've been waiting for that for like 4 days. It just kept getting postponed. Let me go check. It was in fact not my deodorant. So I'm still deodorantless, sadly. I forget what the other one was going to be. We're going to do one more because I think I want it to be over an hour. And this one's at 50 minutes. So on average, if it's 10 minutes per album, then 6 would be an hour. So we'll do one more. But yeah, that one, it's hard to rate soundtracks because it's like, I don't think I would rate it based on musicality, I don't know, like purely on music, just because, or like music taste rather, right? Because the other ones I'm rating more so on my taste rather than is it the best music ever made, because I don't think I'm the best judge of that. But with soundtracks, it's more so how well does it accompany and emphasize the themes and story points of the show, right? Because usually the music in the soundtrack, at least not the score, is to like emphasize certain parts. You know, is it sad part? And then you have sad music, and does the music help bring up the scene to be that much better, right? Or is it like a happy scene and is happy music? Or is it like a battle scene and does the music make it feel more intense or something? And so I feel like the ratings for soundtracks are a little bit different. And like I said, I don't really remember all the music from this soundtrack just because it's a lot. And it was a while ago that I listened to it. But because I like the show that much, and I remember that the music like helped. I mean, it almost always does. Almost never, like for me personally, I almost never remember the music that well, besides maybe Arcane. But I almost never am thinking the music isn't helping, That almost never crosses my mind, but that's maybe because I'm not thinking about the music as much. But either way, the show is that good, and I think the music does help to build that up and make the scenes hit that much harder. And so because of that, I'm going to give it 8 out of 10. Which is on a soundtrack scale, it's a little different, but there you go. I forgot which one I was going to do. Probably an album. Well, I don't know. Because there's 2 soundtracks, 3 albums, but I don't know that I have that many soundtracks left. 1, 2, 3. Technically 4 soundtracks. Another one's like a compilation, but it's also different. It's like covers of songs. And it's a compilation of covers of songs from video games. I don't know. We'll get into it when we get to that album. But I have 4. And this is way more than 4 total albums. So I think we'll do another regular album. And we'll save soundtracks for the next ones. And probably do like 2 each or something like that. I don't know. And which one do we pick? Don't look at this. It's a spoiler. Don't look at it. Let's do this one. Just because I also don't remember it that much. And this episode has been a lot of me not remembering, so it feels wrong to pick an album that I do remember a lot. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think this might be one of the newest albums I've gotten. Probably. Which, it isn't really that new. And I bought it online. Like around I think it might have been before the album even came out. But it just took forever to get here. I don't know. They just kept postponing it or whatever. But anyways, this is Hearthstone Psycho by Don Tolliver. Pretty good album. I like it. Kryptonite, very good song. Tore Up, don't remember. Brother Stone, pretty good. Featuring Kodak Black. Attitude, love that song. Featuring Charlie Wilson and Cash Cobain. Bandit, sick song. Glock, don't remember. Ice Age, pretty good. Featuring Travis Scott. 4x4, don't think I remember. Purple Rain, I like that song. Featuring Future and Metro Boomin. New drop, don't remember. Backstreets, pretty good song featuring very good artist. Tizo Touchdown. Deep in the Water, I like that song a lot. Inside, another Travis Scott song. I don't think I remember that one very much. Or maybe that's the one I'm thinking of. I don't know. One of the two was pretty good. I don't think I remember the other one. 5 to 10, don't remember. Last Laugh. I don't think I remember An Hearthstone National Anthem. I don't think I remember that one either. But overall, I like it. I think it's a pretty good album. I think, honestly, if I'm being totally honest, if I waited for the album to come out before I bought it, I might not have bought it. Just because I don't think it's that crazy of an album, if that makes sense. Like, I think Deep in the Water, Bandit, that might have been it, were singles, at least that I heard. And I was like, yo, this album's probably going to be sick. And so I bought the vinyl before it came out. It's like a pre-order. And then it came out. Pretty good. Is it that good? To where I'm like, yeah, let me get a vinyl of this so I can have it forever. Probably not. It's not bad. I think that one album, I don't remember what it's called. It's like white and there's like a car. A red car, I think, in the middle. And it's like drawn. That one I like better. And the one with the heart, I don't remember what it's called either. But there's it's like a dark picture and then there's like a purple heart that's like a neon sign. It says something. I think I like both those albums better than I like this one. I don't know if I'd say it's his worst album, but out of those three that I've heard, it's the worst. Not because it's bad. Those were just pretty good albums. And this one's just also pretty good, but a little bit less. I think my favorite song off of this would probably be Attitude, or Kryptonite, or Bandit, but probably Attitude, or Purple Rain. Probably Attitude, I think. I like this song a lot. That's cool. It's got a vibe. And this is the inside jacket. I think that's what they're called. It's a jacket. Trifold jacket, I think. I don't know. Ooh. Yeah. And this is also a double LP. So we got picture, him on a bike with the bat, and then we got the symbol. And then I'm pretty sure, oh no, I stand corrected. I was about to say pretty sure it's just a plain black, but it's actually a milky white. So the opposite of that. It's like a slightly translucent. You can see through it a little bit, but it's like a opaque. Man, I can't think of words at all today. There's also this weird black mark. I don't think that's because of me. I think that's just like printing. It's like a black smudge printed into it. I don't know. There's a couple actually. There's other ones up here. I don't know if you can see that very much, but yeah. What was I saying? That I can't think of words. I don't know if it'd be opaque. I don't know if that's the word. It's like slightly translucent. I think there's a word that I used earlier today on one of the other albums. I think on the green one. Control. I said something about the color. And then I was like, wait, no, it's not that. It's just translucent. But I don't even remember what word that was, so I'm cooked. But I think opaque works too. It's just not the word I was thinking of earlier. Cloudy? I don't think that was what it was. Then we got the bat. And then we got the track list. But yeah, pretty good album. I think Attitude's probably my favorite. I think. And Bandit's really good too. I like that one. I think I would give this a 7. I think I'd give it a 7. Keep hitting my glasses. Maybe like a 7.2. Nah, I give it a 7. It gets too complicated. I'll use halves, but not more than that. We didn't pull out decimals like that. But yeah, I think I'd give it a 7. Maybe I put Curio to 8. Yeah, I think Curio would be an 8. I think this would be a 7. I think No Place Like Home would be a 7 as well. But I don't know, I think I like No Place Like Home a little bit better than this one. But I don't think it's enough to bring it to a 7.5 per se. And I don't think that the ratings should adjust purely on comparison between other albums with the same ratings. I think it's more so what feels right, and 7 feels right for both of them. So I think I'd say 7 for both. But that is going to be it for this one. We're at 1 hour and 7 minutes. Probably going to be a little bit less in the edit, maybe. Like an hour, 5 minutes or something. But it's still over an hour, which makes it the longest vinyl collection video so far. The first of season 2. Which means all future vinyl collection videos, at the very least this year, will be 6 vinyls, 6 records, 6 albums each. They will all be at least an hour, and they will all have more information, though this one did not. But I'm gonna research like what genre they would be so I can better describe the music, and I'll listen to them before doing the thing so I can give it more accurate ratings and all that. But that's gonna be it for this one. I think the closet tier list thing from the marbles in the last video is gonna come out this weekend. Upcoming weekend. I think Friday or Saturday, Sunday at the latest. And then, technically, that will be both the closet tier list and 2 hour plus marble that we got out of the 3. But I think I'm also going to upload another 2 hour plus thing. But it's technically not going to be a video. I mean, it is, but technically not. It's going to be a live stream. I think I'm going to like make a little graphic or something and post it on like community or whatever. And I'll talk about it in the next video as well. But we're going to do a live stream. That's all I'll say. Sometime middle next week, maybe Tuesday, Wednesday next week. Not this upcoming Monday, or not this upcoming Tuesday, Wednesday, but next Tuesday, Wednesday. What day is that? Either, I think sometime between the 17th and 19th. Tuesday, Thursday. One of those 3 days. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. 17th, 19th. We're going to do a live stream. First one. Right here on the YouTube channel. It'll be at least 2 hours. I don't know how long exactly. It'll probably start at like 11:30 p.m. PST. And that's all the information I have to give at the moment. But yeah, we'll have more in the next video. There'll be more to say about it, and there'll be graphics sometime in between, I would say. That'll come out on the community post. But for this one, that's going to be it. So thank you for watching. Hope it was good. Hopefully you like the changes that are coming to vinyl collection. I think for shoe collection, 1, because there was less videos, like less frequency, because there is 3 shoe collection videos and also technically before this one 3 vinyl collection videos, but those 3 shoe collection videos are for like 2 years and the vinyl collection videos are for like 9 months. Technically 5 actually, because the last one was 4 months ago and the first one was 9 months ago. So technically it was like 5-6 months that 3 of them came out versus 3 shoe collection in like 2.5 years or something like that. But yeah, shoe collection happens like once a year, and I think honestly that's probably gonna remain, just because I don't buy that many shoes. And it started with 5 or 6, I can't remember, per video, so there's not really a reason to increase that or decrease that, especially because those videos do perform well, for sure. I mean, the first one is the most viewed video on the channel. The second one outperformed most videos that I have. I think it's probably like top 50% at least. And the third one is making its way towards top 5, I think. It's making its way towards 2,000 views, which is way more than most videos on the channel get at the moment. So those videos are doing those videos are doing fine. You know, there's not really any reason to change that. But Final Collection, they struggle a little bit, just a little bit. I think a lot of it has to do with the branding, like the thumbnail title. So that's another thing that we're going to be experimenting with over this second season. But I think making them longer, doing more vinyls, having more information, more of like a rating rather than just showing them and talking about them a little bit, I think should be good. And yeah, we'll see what I do with the title and thumbnail. I don't know, but let me know what you think of the changes. Let me know if you have any other ideas for the Final Collection videos or any other videos. And yeah, that's it. That's it for this one. Okay.